2025 그리스도 TV 시청자 여러분 안녕하십니까? 7월 7일 월요일 오후 10시 53분입니다. 영어 성경을 읽고 있습니다. 이번 시간은 출애굽기 39장 27절부터 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. And they made coats of mine linen of woven work for Aaron and for his sons. And mitre of fine linen and goodly bonnets of fine linen and linen breeches of fine twined linen and a girdle of fine twined linen and blue and purple and scarlet or needlework as the Lord commanded Moses. And they made the plate of the holy crown of pure gold and wrote upon it lighting like to the engravings of signet, holiness to the Lord. And they tied unto it a lace of blue to fasten it on high upon the mitre, as the Lord commanded Moses. This was all the work of the tabernacle of the tent of the congregation finished, and the children of Israel did according to all that the Lord commanded Moses, so did they. And they brought the tabernacle unto Moses, the tent, and all his furniture, his teachers, his borders, his bars, and his pillars, and his sockets. And the covering of lambs skins dyed red, and the covering of bears skins, and the veil of the covering. The ark of the testimony and the staves thereof, and the mercy seat, the table and all the vessels thereof, and the shewbread. The poor candlestick with the lamps thereof, even with the lamps to be set in order, and all the vessels thereof, and the oil for light. And the golden altar, and the anointing oil, and the sweet incense, and the hanging for the tabernacle door, at the present altar and his greater Bresso, his stables and all his vessels, the labor and his foot, the hangings of the court, his pillars and his sockets, and the hanging for the court gate, his cords and his pins and all the vessels of the service of the tabernacle for the tent of the congregation. The clothes of service to do service in the holy place and the holy garments for Aaron, the priest, and his sons garments to minister in the priest's office. According to all that the Lord commanded Moses, so the children of Israel made all the work. And Moses did look upon all the work, and behold, they have done it as the Holy had commanded. Even so had they done it, and Moses blessed them. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, on the first day of the first month shalt thou set up the tabernacle of the tent of the congregation, and thou shalt put therein the ark of the testimony, and cover the ark with the veil. And thou shalt bring in the table and set in order the things that are to be set in order upon it, and thou shalt bring in the candlestick and light the lamps thereof. And thou shalt set the altar of gold for the incense before the ark of the testimony, and put the hanging of the door to the tabernacle. And thou shalt set the altar of the burnt offering for the door of the tabernacle of the tent of the congregation. And thou shalt set laver between the tent of the congregation and the altar, and shalt put what waiter therein. And thou shalt set up the court round about, and hang up the hanging at the court gate. And thou shalt take the anointing oil and anoint the tabernacle and all that is therein, and shalt hallow it and all the vessels thereof, and it shall be holy. And thou shalt anoint the altar of the burnt offering and all his vessels, and sanctify the altar, and it shall be an altar most holy. And thou shalt anoint the laver and his foot, and sanctify it, and thou shalt bring Aaron and his sons unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and wash them with water. and thou shalt put upon Aaron the holy garments, and anoint him and sanctify him, that he may minister unto me in the priest office. And thou shalt bring his sons and clothe them with coats, and thou shalt anoint them as thou didst anoint their father, that they may minister unto me in the priest office. For their anointing shall surely be an everlasting priesthood throughout the generations. Thus did Moses according to all that the Lord commanded him, so did he. And it came to pass in the first month, in the second year, on the first day of the month, that the tabernacle was reared up. And Moses reared up the tabernacle and placed on his showcase and set up the borders thereof, and put in the bars thereof, and reared up his pillars, and he spread abroad the tent over the tabernacle, and put the covering of the tent above upon it, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he took and put the testimony into the ark, and set the staves on the ark, and put the mercy seat above upon the ark. And he brought the ark into the tabernacle, and set up the veil of the covering, and covered the ark of the testimony, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he put the table in the tent of the congregation upon the side of the tabernacle northward, without the veil. And he set the bread in order upon it before the Lord, as the Lord had commanded Moses. And he put a candlestick in the tent of the congregation over against the table on the side of the tabernacle southward. And he lighted the lamps before the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he put the golden altar in the tent of the congregation before the veil. And he burnt sweet incense thereon, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he set up the hanging at the door of the tabernacle, and he put the altar of burnt offering by the door of the tabernacle of the tent of the congregation, and offered upon it the burnt offering and the meat offering, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he set the label between the tent of the congregation and the altar, and put water there to wash with. And Moses and Aaron and his sons washed their hands and their feet thereat. When they went into the tent of the congregation, and when they came near unto the altar, they washed as the Lord commanded Moses, and he reared up the court round about the tabernacle and the altar, and set the hanging of the court gate. So Moses finished the work. Then a crowd covered the tent of the congregation, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. And Moses was not able to enter into the tent of the congregation, because the crowd abode thereon, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. And when the crowd was taken up from over the tabernacle, the children of Israel went onward in all their journeys. But if the crowd were not taken up, then they journeyed not until the day that it was taken up. For the crowd of the Lord was upon the tabernacle by day, and the fire was on it by night in the sight of all the house of Israel throughout all their journeys. 출애굽기 40장 38절까지 끝까지 다 읽었습니다. 다음은 레위기를 읽도록 하겠습니다. 레위기 1장 1절부터 읽겠습니다. And the Lord called unto Moses, and spake unto him out of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, If any man of you bring an offering unto the Lord, ye shall bring your offering of the cattle, even of the herd, and of the flock. If his offering be a burnt sacrifice of the herd, let him offer male without blemish. He shall offer it of his own voluntary will at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord. And he shall put his hand upon the head of the burnt offering, and it shall be accepted for him to make an atonement for him. And he shall kill the bullock before the Lord, and the priest Aaron's sons shall bring the blood and sprinkle the blood round about upon the altar that is by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he shall lay the burnt offering and cut it into his pieces, and the sons of Aaron, the priest, shall put fire upon the altar, and lay the wood in order upon the fire, and the priest Aaron's sons shall lay the parts the head and the fat in order upon the wood that is on the fire, which is upon the altar. But it's in water and his legs shall he was in water, and the priest shall burn or on the altar to be a burnt sacrifice, an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. And if his offering be of the flocks named of the sheep or of the goats for burnt sacrifice, he shall bring it as male without blemish, and he shall kill it on the side of the altar northward before the Lord, and the priest Aaron's sons shall sprinkle his blood round about upon the altar, and he shall cut it into his pieces with his head and his fat, and the priest shall lay them in order on the wood that is on the fire, which is upon the altar. But he shall wash it in waters and the legs with water, and the priest shall bring it all and burn it upon the altar. It is a burnt sacrifice, an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Lord. And if the burnt sacrifice for his offering to the Lord be also, then he shall bring his offering of turtle doves or of young pigeons. And the priest shall bring it unto the altar and ring over his head and burn it on the altar, and the blood thereof shall be wrung out at the side of the altar, and he shall pull away his crop with his feathers and cast it beside the altar on the west part by the plate of the ashes, and he shall cleave it with the wings thereof, but shall not divide it asunder. And the priest shall burn it upon the altar, upon the wood that is upon the fire. It is burnt sacrifice, an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. And when any will offer raw meat offering unto the Lord, his offering shall be of a fine flour, and he shall pour oil upon it, and put frankincense thereon. And he shall bring it to Aaron's sons, the priest, and he shall take out his handful of the flour thereof, and of the oil thereof, with all the frankincense thereof, and the priest shall burn the memory of it upon the altar to be an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Lord. And the remnant of the meat offering shall be Aaron's and his sons. It is a thing most holy of the offerings of the Lord made by fire. And if to bring an oblation of a meat offering bacon in the oven, it shall be unleavened cakes of fine flour mingled with oil, unleavened wafers anointed with oil. And if the dye oblation be a meat offering, bacon in pan, it shall be of fine flour unleavened, mingled with oil. Thou shalt part it in pieces and pour oil thereon. It is the meat offering. And if thy oblation be a meat offering, bacon in the frying pan, it shall be made of fine flour with oil. And thou shalt bring the meat offering that is made of these things unto the Lord. And when it is presented unto the priest, he shall bring it unto the altar. And the priest shall take from the meat offerings a memorial thereof, and shall burn it upon the altar. It is an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Lord. And that which is left of the meat offering shall be Aaron's and his sons. It is the thing most holy of the offerings of the Lord made by fire. No meat offering which ye shall bring unto the Lord shall be made with leaven, for ye shall burn no leaven, nor any honey in any offering of the Lord made by fire. As per the oblation of the first fruits, ye shall offer them unto the Lord, but they shall not be burnt on the altar for sweet savor. And every oblation of the meat offering shall to season with salt, neither shall to supper the sort of the covenant of thy God to be lacking from thy meat offering with or sign of length, thou shalt offer salt. And if thou offer a meat offering of thy first fruits unto the Lord, thou shalt offer for the meat offering of thy first fruits golden ears of corn dried by the fire, even corn beaten out of full ears. And thou shalt put oil upon it, and lay frankincense thereon. It is a meat offering. And the priest shall burn the memorial of it, part of the beaten corn thereof, and part of the oil thereof, with all the frankincense thereof. It is an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And if his oblation be a sacrifice of a peace offering, if if he offer it of the heart, whether it be a male or female, he shall offer it without blemish before the Lord. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of his offering, and kill it at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron's sons, the priests, shall sprinkle the blood upon the altar round about. And he shall offer of the sacrifice of the peace offering, an offering made by fire unto the Lord, the fat that covers the inwards, and or the fat that is upon the inward also, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is on them, which is by it planks, and the coal above the river with the kidneys, it shall he take away. And Aaron's sons shall burn it on the altar upon the burnt sacrifice, which is upon the wood that is on the fire. It is an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. And if his offering for a sacrifice of a peace offering unto the Lord be of the flock, a male or female, he shall offer it without blemish. If he offer a lamb for his offering, then shall he offer it before the Lord, and he shall lay his hand upon the head of his offering and kill it before the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron's sons shall sprinkle the blood thereof round about upon the altar, and he shall offer of the sacrifice of the peace offering, an offering made by fire unto the Lord, the fat thereof, and the whole lump. He shall he take off hard by the backbone, and the fat that covers covers the inward and all the fat that is upon the inwards. And the two kidneys and the fat that is upon them, which is by the planks, and the core above the liver with the kidneys, it shall he take away, and the priest shall burn it upon the altar. It is the food of the offering made by fire unto the Lord. And if his offering be a goat, then he shall offer it before the Lord, and he shall lay his hand upon the head of it and kill it before the tabernacle of the congregation. And the sons of Aaron shall sprinkle the blood thereof upon the altar round about, and he shall offer thereof his offering, even an offering made by fire unto the Lord, the fat that covers the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards, and the two kidneys and the fat that is upon them, which is by the flanks, and the core above the liver with the kidneys, it shall he take away. And the priest shall burn them upon the altar. It is the food of the offering made by fire for sweet savor. All the fat is the Lord's. It shall be a perpetual statute for your generations throughout all your dwellings, that ye eat neither fat nor blood. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a soul shall in sin through ignorance against any of the commandments of the Lord concerning things which ought not to be done, and shall do against any of them. If the priest that is anointed to sin according to the sin of the people, then let him bring for his sin which he has sinned a young bullock without blemish unto the Lord for a sin offering, and he shall bring the bullock unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord, and shall lay his hand upon the bullock's head and kill the bullock before the Lord. And the priest that is anointed shall take over the bullock's blood and bring it to the tabernacle of the congregation, and the priest shall dip his finger in the blood and sprinkle of the blood 7 times before the Lord, before the veil of the sanctuary. And the priest shall put some of the blood upon the horns of the altar of sweet incense before the Lord, which is in the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall pour all the blood of the bullock at the bottom of the altar of the burnt offering, which is at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and he shall take off from it or at the bed of the bullock for the sin offering, the fat that covers the inward doors, and all the fat that is upon the inward doors, and the 2 kidneys and the fat that is upon them, which is by the blankets, and the core above the liver with the kidneys, it shall he take away. As it was taken off from the bullock of the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest shall burn them upon the altar of the burnt offering, and the skin of the bullock and all his flesh with his head and with his legs and his inwards and his tongue, even the whole bullock shall he carry forth without the camp unto a clean place, where the ashes are poured out, and burn him on the wood with fire, where the ashes are poured out shall he be burnt. And if the whole congregation of Israel sin through ignorance and the thing be hid from the eyes of the assembly, and they have done somewhat against any of the commandments of the Lord concerning things which should not be done, and are guilty. When the sin which they have sinned against it is known, then the congregation shall offer a young bullock for the sin and bring him before the tabernacle of the congregation. And the elders of the congregation shall lay their hands upon the head of the bullock before the Lord, and the bullock shall be killed before the Lord. And the priest that is anointed shall bring of the bullock's blood to the tabernacle of the congregation, and the priest shall dip his finger in some of the bread and sprinkle it 7 times before the Lord, even for the veil, and he shall put some of the blood upon the horns of the altar which is before the Lord, that is in the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall pour out all the blood at the bottom of the altar of the burnt offering, which is at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he shall take all his fat from him and burn it upon the altar, and he shall do with the bullock as he did with the bullock for all sin offering. So shall he do with this, and the priest shall make an atonement for them, and it shall be forgiven them. And he shall carry forth the bullock without the camp, and burn him as he burned the first bullock. It is a sin offering for the congregation. When a ruler has sinned and done somewhat through ignorance against any of the commandments of the Lord his God concerning things which should not be done, and he is guilty, or if his sin wherein he has sinned come to his knowledge, he shall bring his offering, a kid of the goats, a male without blemish. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of the goat and kill it in the polite way. They kill the burnt offering before the Lord. It is a sin offering. And the priest shall take of the blood of the sin offering with this finger, and put it upon the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and shall pour out his blood at the bottom of the altar of burnt offering, and he shall burn all his fat upon the altar as the fat of the sacrifice of a piece of lungs, and the priest shall make an atonement for him as concerning his sin, and it shall be forgiven him. And if anyone of the common people sin through ignorance while he was smart against any of the commandments of the Lord concerning things which ought not to be done and be guilty. Or if his sin which he has sinned come to his knowledge, then he shall bring his offering, a kid of the goats from male without blemish for his sin which he has sinned, and he shall lay his hand upon the head of the sin offering and slay the sin offering in the place of burnt offering, and the priest shall take of the blood thereof with his finger and put it upon the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and shall pour out all the blood thereof at the bottom of the altar. And he shall take away all the fat thereof, as the fat is taken away from off the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest shall burn it upon the altar for a sweet savor until the Lord, and the priest shall make an atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. And if he bring a lamb for a sin offering, he shall bring it of male without blemish, and he shall lay his hand upon the head of the sin offering, and slay it for a sin offering in the place where they kill the burnt offering. And the priest shall take of the blood of the sin offering with his finger, and put it upon the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and shall pour out all the blood thereof at the bottom of the altar. And he shall take away all the fat thereof, as the fat of the lamb is taken away from the sacrifice of the peace offerings, and the priest shall burn them upon the altar according to the offerings made by fire unto the Lord. And the priest shall make an atonement for his sin that he has committed, and it shall be forgiven him. And if soul sin and hear the voice of swearing, and is witness whether he has sinned or known of it, if he did not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity. Or if a soul touches any unclean thing, whether it be a case of an unclean beast, or a carcass of unclean cattle, or the carcass of unclean creeping things, and if it be hidden from him, he also shall be unclean and guilty. Or if he touches the uncleanness of a man, whatsoever uncleanness it be, the man shall be defiled, whether and it be hid from him. When he knows of it, then he shall be guilty. Or if so swear pronouncing with his lips to do evil or to do good, whatsoever it be, that a man shall pronounce with an oath, and it be hid from him. When he knows of it, then he shall be guilty in one of these. And it shall be when he shall be guilty in one of these things, that he shall confess that he has sinned in that thing, and he shall bring his trespass offering unto the Lord for his sin which he has sinned, for male from the flock, lamb, or kid of the goats, for sin offering, and the priest shall make an atonement for him concerning his sin. And if he be not able to bring a lamb, then he shall bring for his trespass, which he has committed to doves, or two young pigeons unto the Lord, one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering. And he shall bring them unto the priest, who shall offer that which is for the sin offering first, and laying off his head from his neck, but shall not divide it asunder. And he shall sprinkle of the blood of the sin offering upon the side of the altar, and the rest of the blood shall be wrung out at the bottom of the altar. It is a sin offering. And he shall offer the second for a burnt offering according to the manner, and the priest shall make an atonement for him for his sin which he has sinned, and he shall be forgiven him. But if he be not able to bring to turtle dove, or two young pigeons, then he that gender shall bring for his offering the tenth part of an apple of fine flour for a sin offering. He shall put no oil upon it, neither shall he put any frankincense thereon, for it is a sin offering. Then shall he bring it to the priest, and the priest shall take his handful of it, even memorial thereof, and burn it on the altar, according to the offerings made by fire unto the Lord. It is a sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him as touching his sin, that he has sinned in one of these, and it shall be forgiven him, and the remnant shall be the priest as a meat offering. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, It is a soul commit or trespass and sin through ignorance in the whole things of the Lord, then he shall bring for his trespass unto the Lord ram without blemish out of the flocks with thy estimation by shekels of silver after the shekel of the sanctuary for trespass offering, and he shall make amends for the harm that he has done in the whole thing, and shall add the fifth part thereto, and give it unto the priest, and the priest shall make an atonement for him with the ram of the trespass offering, and it shall be forgiven him. And if a soul sin and commit any of these things which are forbidden to be done by the commandments of the Lord, though he wished it not, yet is he guilty and shall bear his iniquity. And he shall bring a lamb without blemish out of the flock with thy estimation for trespass offering unto the priest, and the priest shall make an atonement for him concerning his ignorance wherein he old and wished it not, and it shall be forgiven him. It is a trespass offering. He has certainly trespassed against the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, if a soul sin and commit a trespass against the Lord, and lie unto his neighbor in that which was delivered to him to keep, or in fellowship, or in a thing taken away by violence, or has deceived his neighbor, or have found that which was lost, and lies concerning it, and severe falsely in any of all these, that man those sinning therein, then it shall be because he has sinned and is guilty, that he shall restore that which he took violently away, or the thing which he has deceitfully gotten, or that which was delivered to him to keep, or the lost thing which he found. Or all that about it he has sworn falsely, he shall even restore it in the principle, and shall add the fifth part more thereto, and give it unto him to whom it appear appertains in the day of his trespass offering, and he shall bring his trespass offering unto the Lord, or ram without blemish out of the flock with the estimation for trespass offering unto the priest. And the priest shall make an atonement for him before the Lord, and it shall be forgiven him for anything of all that he has done in trespassing therein. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Command Aaron and his sons, saying, This is the law of the burnt offering. It is the burnt offering because of the burning upon the altar all night until the morning, and the fire of the altar shall be burning in it. And the priest shall put on his linen garment, and his linen breeches shall he put upon his breast, and take off the ashes which the fire has consumed with the burnt offering on the altar, and he shall put them beside the altar, and he shall put off his garments and put on other garments, and carry forth the ashes without the camp unto a clean place. And the fire upon the altar shall be burning in it. It shall not be put out, and the priest shall burn wood on it every morning, and lay the burnt offering in order upon it, and he shall burn there on the bed of the peace offerings. And the fire shall ever be burning upon the altar, it shall never go out. And this is the law of the meat offering. And the sons of Aaron shall offer it before the Lord, before the altar, and he shall take of it his handful of the flour of the meat offering, and of the oil thereof, and all the frankincense which is upon the meat offering, and they shall upon it upon the altar for sweet savor, even the memorial of it unto the Lord. And the remainder thereof shall Aaron and his sons eat with unleavened bread, shall it be eaten in the holy place, in the court of the tabernacle of the congregation. They shall eat it. It shall not be baked with leaven. I have given it unto them for the portion of my offering made by fire. It is most holy, as is the sin offering, and as the trespass offering. All the males among the children of Aaron shall eat of it. Each shall be a state forever in your generations concerning the offerings of the Lord made by fire. Everyone that touches them shall be holy. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, This is the offering of Aaron and of his sons, which they shall offer unto the Lord in the day when he is anointed, the tenth part of an ephah of fine flour for meat offering, perpetual half of it in the morning, and half thereof at night. In a pan it shall be made with the oil, and when it is bacon, thou shalt bring it in, and the bacon pieces of the meat offering shalt thou offer for sweet savor unto the Lord. And the priest of his sons that is anointed in his stead shall offer it. It is stated for everyone to the Lord. It shall be wholly burnt. For every meat offering for the priest shall be wholly burnt. It shall not be eaten. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and to his sons, saying, "This is the law of the sin offering in the place where all the burnt offering is killed shall the sin offering be killed before the Lord." It is most holy. The priest that offers it for sin shall eat it in the holy place, shall it be eaten in the quarter of the tabernacle of the congregation. Whatsoever shall touch the priest thereof shall be holy, and when there is sprinkled of the blood thereof upon any garment, thou shalt wash it, whereon it was sprinkled in the holy place. But the earthen vessel wherein it is sodden shall be broken, and if it be sodden in a brazen pot, it shall be both scoured and rinsed in water. All the males among the priests shall eat thereof. It is most holy, and no sin offering whereof any of the blood is brought into the tabernacle of the congregation to reconcile with her in the holy place shall be eaten. It shall be burnt in the fire. 레위기 6장 30절까지 읽어봤습니다. 다음은 7장인데 7장은 다음 시간에 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. 중간에 후라시가 꺼져가지고 잠시 방송이 중단되었습니다. 다음 시간에 다시 만나겠습니다. 안녕히 계십시오.